Hey guys, what's going on? It's Stef here. I hope you've been well. I know I have, and I've got a great video in store for you today. Jewelry, 1600s relics, and I think I may have stumbled upon an early colonial Native American fur trading site. And it's in my permission owner's yard, which is just, I guess you don't expect to find that stuff there, but it happens. And I'm finding some really good little clues that I think will lead me to amazing finds there down the road. But before all that, you can probably tell, at least I hope you can, today is Wednesday. It's not Friday. It's not my normal upload day. I've decided to switch my upload day to Wednesdays going forward. We're gonna try this for a little while and see if I can stay a little bit more consistent on this day of the week, because as it turns out, Fridays are really good dig days. Not to mention, a lot of unexpected stuff just seems to pop up on Fridays, so let's try Wednesday. And the last bit before we get into this week's episode, you guys should know this by now, but in case you don't, I do sell metal detecting equipment. So whether you're just getting started or super experienced, I can help you out. Get in touch with me at the contact information below, and I will be happy to help you with any and all of your metal detecting needs. All right, let's hop in. Okay, got a 20 to 24 bouncy signal on the Equinox, and for whatever reason, I was pretty off with pinpointing. I feel like I say that a lot. I need to get better at it. Anyway, about 4 inches down there, I saw something small and round, which I think is a button. Yeah, so it feels like to me. And there is a shank poking through. Cool. So if there's something on there, I'll come back. If not, we will keep moving. All right, a couple cool things real quick. I'm in some tall grass right now. They hay this a couple times a year, so I'm allowed to be quote-unquote messy in here, but I still try not to do it. In any case, I had a solid 15 signal over there, sounded huge, and sometimes iron will ring up like that, but I kind of like this. This is actually an insert to a hand iron, so that is probably Colonial era. That's super cool, actually. I don't mind digging up iron that I actually, know what it is and don't find very often. But I turned the camera on because I have a coin ring up 18, 19, 20, and I can see what that is from here. I didn't even rub it off. It just flew out of the hole that way. It is a beautiful Indian head cent. 1888 or 1886. Let me see. I think I'm wiping the green off of there. 88. That is beautiful. Alright, I will brush that off and come right back. Alright, there's the Indian all cleaned up. Well, brushed off. Doesn't look very different from when I dug it because it came out very clean. So, shouldn't take much to clean it completely. A little bit of dirt crusted on the back, but that is a pretty Indian. Awesome. Alright, I'll let you know what's next. Alright, well, I've strayed pretty far from where I dug the Indian head cent. And this is kind of at the side of the property. You can kind of hear the road from here. I'm pretty close to the road. I've had pretty good luck in here in the past. A couple of coppers, some Indians, etc. And I got like a 12 to 13 signal, which I didn't pull out of the hole with you because I thought it was junk. But I think that might be part of a lantern. I don't know. It's actually really ornate. I started brushing it off, but I think I will finish the job and come right back. Okay, well, truthfully, I've got no idea what it is, but it is pretty ornate. Look at that. A second ago, before I brushed more dirt on it with my dirty gloves, I could see kind of like a scalloped pattern. And then there's these holes in the side here. It's clearly smashed up. I don't know. Hopefully I can maybe unbend it, but it's really hefty brass. It's clearly old. I think this is at least 18th century, but that's kind of a guess. So if I haven't figured it out, let me know what you think. Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm onto something, guys. This is really cool. So I apologize for not filming this earlier. I found a rolled up piece of really thin but very sturdy brass, maybe about 15 feet away. And this may actually be a Native American tinkler that's made out of trade brass kettles from the early 1600s, or early to mid 1600s anyway. And I might be onto something because I just pulled this up. I started rubbing it. And this is part of a kettle. This is part of probably a 17th century kettle. Wow. There could definitely be, oh my god, there could be trade points in here. Wow. That's incredible. Alright, so I know some of you at home are probably thinking, that is incredible. Are you stoned? What's going on? So let me explain why this actually really is incredible. When you're finding kettle lugs, okay, and that's it means the rest of the material was used to make up other things, like this tinkler cone that I just showed you. All right. This is actually a really, really awesome find. This is probably about 400 years old. As you saw on the screen, I did put up examples of what tinkler cones looked like when they were made from trade brass. So, as I've mentioned before in my videos, but I really want to drive the point home, especially for those of you who hunt in the New England area, up in the Northeast. If you're finding kettle lugs like this, I found this one not far from that on the same property, and you're finding little rolled pieces of brass that look like that, you could be on the trail to finding something like this. This is one of my best finds. This is a Native American kettle point. So this was crafted from the flatter areas of brass, and this is what's left over. These are the discarded pieces. So if you're finding these pieces, you may actually be on the trail to finding something really incredible like that. Well, it's been literally a minute since I showed you that that part of the kettle. I got a 15 signal here, about 4 inches down, and I pulled out a piece of lead. Excuse me. Started rubbing it off to throw it in my pouch because I thought it was just junk, but that appears to be ornate. Huh. I don't know what it would have come off of. It could really be anything. But if I find out, I'll let you know. Interesting. Okay, well, I thought this was junk, and I already closed up the hole most of the way. I still have to step on it. I thought this was melted aluminum, running up a really loud 20. Look, it looks like it's religious. I don't know. Am I seeing things? Or is this a woman or Jesus? I really can't tell. I don't know. But it sounded much bigger than this, so I'll spin over the hole again. If I find something else, I'll let you know. Otherwise, this might be the last thing I film today because it's starting to get dark. So anyway, I'm back with you soon. So although it's getting dark, it looks like I still have just a little bit of light left. It's almost 8 o'clock at night, so I'm not going to have light much longer, but I had to film this. I really thought it was just like a milk lid insert or something, but it's ornate. And it rang up like a 12 or 13, which makes sense for foil, but then why is it ornate? Huh. So I'm going to spray that off and come right back. That could be something interesting. Okay, well, I sprayed it off, and I don't think I'm going to get much off of it out here. Almost looks like there's lettering around the edge, but I can't really tell. Yeah, I don't know. But hopefully I can figure it out. Maybe it's the top to like a lipstick tube or something. I don't know. Wait a minute. Oh my god, that's a face. I can see it now. That's crazy. Like, what the heck is this? Guys, yeah, help me if you can. This is so cool. I don't know what it is, but I don't care. It's kind of neat. Well, I do care. That's why I want some help. So, whoa. That's interesting. All right, I got a really weak 11 to 12 signal on Equinox, and I believe it's a button. We have something round down there, and I'd imagine it's a Tomback button with those kinds of numbers. I do feel a shank on the back, but is this lead? It might be lead, actually. I don't take a whole lot of lead buttons. It's cool. It might be actually lead pewter. Can't really tell. Let me brush that off real quick. I'll come back. Well, I was hoping for one of those special moments we all dream of, but I do not see a USA on this lead button. And I think it's a lead pewter composite, but maybe it's mostly lead, I don't know. The shank is trying to fly away. You can see the cast mold seam lines right there and right there, kind of, sort of. I know the lighting's really bad at the angle I'm at, but that's probably about mid-1700s or so. Nice old button anyway. Well, this place is getting down to really difficult signals. This was a super iffy signal, 8 inches down, just rolled out. And there it is. I can see it's a button. Probably just early 1800s plane. I can't really tell though. It was bouncing between like a 19 and 21, somewhere in there. And yeah, I think she's going to be playing, but as usual, if I find that there's something on it, I will come back. Alright, got another deep one here. It was a 13 to 14 on the Equinox. 8 inches down, 8-9 inches, somewhere in there. And we've got a big piece of cast brass, which was an escutcheon plate at some point. So they would have gone on a dresser, and then you would have had the drawer pull on either side of this. So, that's a cool piece. It's too bad it's been beaten up by probably the lawnmower over the years, but hey, we'll take it. Alright, it's starting to get dark out, so I'm probably going to leave pretty soon, but it's just got like a 22 to 24 signal. It was reading 6 inches down, which was about correct. Oh, I really thought it was going to be my coin for the day, but I see a shank on this round thing. So, looks like we have another button. Yep, wow, that's a chunky button. Is there anything on the front? Are we going to have another plain one? Probably another plain one. Alright, well, I'm going to brush that off, and you know what, I'll come back anyway. It's a weird looking shank. Never seen one quite like that. And there's the shank. It's a pretty cool one. I really never have seen one like that before. Never really seen a button exactly like this before. Nothing on the front, per usual, unfortunately. Still pretty cool though. If you know anything about these, let me know. Yeah. I don't even have an idea on age, guys, so any help is appreciated. Well, I ended up helping myself to my favorite book. Guys, I've mentioned this before, but if you do not have Bill Dancy's Discovering Virginia's Colonial Artifacts and you are hunting in New England or the Northeast, this is a must. Great, great reference book. And what's ironic is I turned to this exact page when I was trying to figure out, is this an old button? Because I was thinking, it's either really old or really new because I'd never seen one. So, if this doesn't look exactly like the ones in the picture, I don't know what does. And as it says, recovered from pre-1700 sites. So that is a super old button. And now, I'm not so upset that it wasn't a copper. Just when I thought it was going to be all buttons for the day. It's about 7:45 right now. So I really am heading back to the Jeep. But I got a 16 signal. Sounded really shallow. I thought it was going to be another pull tab. There's a lot of them out here. And because I thought it was junk, I did cheat. Sorry, guys. I don't mean to keep cheating on you like that. But look at this. This is some really, really fancy piece of jewelry. I have to be very careful with it. It seems pretty delicate, and I cannot believe that there's still stone or probably glass right there. So I'm going to brush that off carefully. I'm going to come right back. That looks awesome. Look at that. Oh my God. All confessions made. I did lick this to see if it was glass or a stone. I'm actually leaning stone. It's definitely not plastic. It's too heavy for that. And this little piece right here where my thumb is, it swivels. And I'm not seeing where this would have connected on... Oh, you know what? It totally would have. Sorry, I'm thinking out loud. This is probably part of a necklace or a bracelet or something. I'm going to recheck the hole, and if something else comes out, I'll let you know. I could be totally wrong on age, but given how the stone is situated in there, this could be really early. This could be like late Georgian, early Victorian. Wow. That's incredible. I am so glad I dug that. Okay, well, I rechecked the hole, and I'm really excited. I got a 12 to 13 this time. And I just wanted to show you. There's another little hinge down there. I think there's a whole big piece of jewelry down there, guys. I am really excited. I'm going to get back with you when I've got it all out, though, because I really, really, really don't want to break it. So I'll come back. I just wanted to show you in situ that there's more. Okay, well, after searching for about 15 minutes, I could only find this other piece here, which clearly would have accepted another stone or piece of glass right there. I'm still not sure exactly what it is. But the pieces look a little bit different. So I'm not sure exactly what this was. Clearly some kind of jewelry. And the size is not uniform. The one on the right is a little bit bigger, I think. But I'm trying not to drop it, so... wow. Nice way to end the day, that's for sure. Okay, so like I said, quite a variety of finds there, and I really do think I'm getting onto a trade site. Super exciting, can't wait to go back, and hopefully that will be sometime this week. We'll see what happens. For now, let's take a look at everything we found. Okay, wrap-up time. Let's go over it. We had quite the plethora of finds over those couple of visits. Even though the targets are getting pretty slim out there, they're obviously still coming out. So I keep going back. There's this clothes iron insert. I was trying to find examples online that I could show you, but this would have been slipped into the back of, you know, a clothing iron that you would have held. So what they would have done is stick this in the oven and, you know, swap them out. So they would have had a few of these. Keep the iron warm. Pretty cool. My piece of crapola needle threader. I thought that was going to be something super duper cool. Unfortunately, it's just a pretty modern needle threader piece. That really cool piece of jewelry. I know it doesn't look as brilliant here, but that's because it's not wet. What I plan to do with that, though, is I'm going to take some clear nail polish and put that on the surface. That's what I did with, for those of you who watch my channel regularly, that's how I restored my ship cufflink, because it was just glass on the top, and that actually, you know, really brought out the image of the ship behind it. So quite a few buttons there. I didn't get this one on film. This is just a teeny tiny Colonial sleeve button, no shank. It was just way too dark. That was the very end of the day. This is that button that has the beautiful back mark. I love that. That's one of the nicest back marks I've ever seen. Our 1600s big fat chunky U-shank button, which I absolutely adore. I'm not even upset that it wasn't a coin. And I'm starting to think, I really wasn't sure as I was editing, the video, how old this was, but I'm almost wondering if it's around the same age as that, because it has that same kind of characteristic shank, although it is attached differently. So it's tough to say. I'm still not sure on that one. Our little flyaway shank lead button. Nice Colonial piece there. Oh, what else have we got? Our trade brass kettle lug and the tinkler. Very good finds. I'm really excited about those. We've got that gorgeous 1888 Indian head cent. And what else? An escutcheon plate that's seen better days. This little lead ornamentation. Oh, did I just lose it? Nope, there it is. Hard to see in the viewfinder. It's so bright out today. I really don't know what this is. Hopefully you can see it a little better now during the wrap-up. If you have any ideas at all, let me know. I am curious. Probably a piece of junk, but you never know. And this piece I definitely need help on, so you're getting a much clearer image of it now, hopefully. These look like shells up at the top. Very crude, very much at least 18th century, if not older, I would definitely say. And, you know, I put those possibilities on the screen. It could be the end of a dagger that would have held some kind of gem here. I didn't find anything else in the hole, but again, this was kind of toward the end of the day, so if there was something else in the hole, I may not have seen it, and I certainly wouldn't have been thinking to grab it or look for it to begin with. So I don't know. If you guys have any ideas, though, that I did not put on the screen, let me know. I'd be really curious to hear your thoughts. And I think that about wraps it up, guys. Nice hunting out there. I love that spot. Okay, guys, well, that's it for this week. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. And most importantly, remember, get out there, save what you can, do what you love. We'll see you next week.